Hola, muchachos. Question 1, why am I wearing a wig? Because I shaved my head. Question 2, why is it yellow? Because it was the only one I could get for €1.50. Deal with it. What is the title? What is the title? The title is why, and I shouldn't be saying this because I know I'm going to change it. But currently the title in mi cabeza, in my head, is why the people that should be famous will not be getting famous recently. In light of everything coming to fruition, everything coming to the public knowledge that's been going on in the internal fucking tunnels of the fame industry, I think it's quite an obvious question. Why people don't want to get famous anymore. Even before we knew what the files were, I think we knew. But now especially, now that our hunches have been made clear are actually what the fame industry entails, which is soul-sucking, I don't think that appeals to anyone. But before that, so that's the caveat, had to get that out of the way. Obviously, everyone knows. But what I have to say is, I, like many of you, like many people, have grown up wanting fame. And I see it in my sister, my 11-year-old sister. I see it. Fame is this thing that we all crave, we all think we want, and we all think it's this, like, amazing thing. And I've always pondered on the question, and I use the Beatles as an example just because it's fun. If the Beatles have a certain type of sound, the Beatles wouldn't be popular today, as we know. Hood up, because the wig's shit. The Beatles wouldn't be popular today, as we all, know. But is what made the Beatles popular? If the Beatles were born today, would they find a sound that was different? Would they find a sound that would be popular today? Or were they born with the intention to make what they made into the world? And then if they were born today, they would make that and it wouldn't be the same. Pregunta, the question I have. So, and I think it's a case-by-case basis, right? But I think a lot of people in the terms of not they were destined to make the sound, but they were born with something that compelled them towards stardom. They were born with a something that said, I've got something to say to the world and I'm gonna say it. I think that those of this generation don't want it. And I'm a fucking egotistical fuck, right? Everyone tell me! Fine. I think too highly of myself. What are you gonna do? But I think in another generation, it's so unappealing now. Because now the people who want fame are the ones who want fame, it's so, and I don't say common in a way to be like, I'm better, but it's so common in a way that it doesn't do anything anymore. The people who are famous, and I say women because I hate men, but the examples that I have are women. They crave fame because they crave difference. They've got something to say to the world and they want to say it. And I think the people that I know, the people that I can envision making a difference in this world, there's no desire to. We're sitting in a fucking €1.50 wig. The idea of craving fame in this day and age, and I'm not a nihilist, believe it or not. I think progress for the sake of progress, I think is wonderful. I think it's brilliant. I love the way the world is going, non-politically, because that's the way the world is going. And if it is, then it was always meant to be. And I love that. And that's my beliefs. And I think that it's amazing. And I'll make a video on why I think AI is the resolution to nepotism, if you guys want that. But I love the way the world is going. I think it's all brilliant, but I think a product of that and why we feel such a lack as a people is because the people who want to make change know that to make change in this generation is not to be famous. Like you can't, like musicians on TikTok say, you can't make music without a producer saying make TikToks. And that's just, it doesn't compute as an artist. Art isn't, it doesn't compute anymore. We've forgotten what art is. And people say, oh, AI is replacing art. AI can't replace art. Call me a fucking elitist. I think if AI can make something, it's not art. Controversial opinion. I think if AI can do what you do, it's not art. But I know that the revolutionaries of this generation, and please can I not be one? I'm not one. I'm a bitch in a wig. I think the revolutionaries of our generation, the people who do think differently, and the people who in previous generations would have been the leaders of this generation, the trendsetters, the new calling, fame no longer appeals. Because fame is not about fame. Fame is about I've got something to say. And there's nothing, there's no way to say what needs to be said in a way that will compute to the masses. There's no, we've passed that. We've passed a way of just generic things that work. Like people say, love yourself. Love yourself is the answer to everything. But you can say love yourself to 100 million people and no one gets it. It's the way that you say it, which is important to you and works to you, but to say it to other people doesn't work. So what is the next step? Sitting in your bedroom with a wig and an iPad. But what is the next? I think it's revolution. Eat the rich. I don't know.